Thank you, Mr. Stiley. We'll be with you in a second.
All of these matches and Euro Tour events, Players Tour Championship events, whatever you like to call them, are the best of 7 frames, including the final. It can be rather cutthroat. But I think after what Ali Carter has been through this summer, maybe he has a more relaxed perspective about snooker in general.
Yes, he's had to face some dire times, really, which makes his achievements even more incredible.
Yes, if you're unfamiliar with the story of Carter, he's been a long time Crohn's disease sufferer. And then earlier this summer we heard the terrible news that he was suffering from testicular cancer, but thankfully he's now got the all clear. So we wish him well.
Absolutely. 2 world finals, Ali Carter met Ronnie O'Sullivan on both occasions. But nevertheless, terrific achievement. He's got a good all-round game, Ali Carter. Ryan Day, of course, at the table now. Expected more from him. Terrific ability. He's at number 28 in the world at the moment. But he's got such good ability that he could be in the top 16. Just needs a good run in a couple of tournaments and he'll be back there.
Yes, and time is still on his side. He's only 33 years of age. I'm with you, Joe. I think he's an underachiever, definitely. Looks really good at the table.
Oh, that's a terrific pot. And he went for that full-blooded cue ball coming back down the table. Tremendous cut. And it's given him a good chance.
I think there's a powerful argument to say that Ryan Day is perhaps the best player never to win a major world ranking event.
Yes, I think he played Dominic Dale in one, and I think he was winning. I'm not sure, I can't remember now, it's a few years ago, and I think if he'd have won that particular final, he could have gone on from strength to strength there. I think he was leading 6-3. You're better at figures than me, Phil, but he finished up losing that final.
Yes, it was the Shanghai Masters. Dominic played really well in the second session, but I'm with you. I think that knocked him back. He's been beaten in 3 ranking event finals, in fact, without quite getting over the line.
And if he'd have won one of those, I'm sure that he would have had that belief in himself that you've got to have at this game, or any game. And he would have gone on.
14.
And as you say, Phil, there's still time for him. But you've got to say it's running out. He's 33, so you normally say around about 38, 39 you start losing the near vision, and it's a decline from there. So it's got to start happening pretty quick. Nice little cannon there to hold for the red. And these are the type of situations where you've got to take advantage and win the frame at this event.
23.
Day certainly won't be intimidated by Carter. They've played on 8 previous occasions. Day leads 6-2 in head-to-heads. And one of those matches was quite a high-profile encounter. Semi-final of the Grand Prix in 2008. which day won 6-5.
30.
Yes, just didn't have the angle to run through for the black, so played up for the blue, and he's got the right side. The three reds to the left of the black, just creating a little bit of a problem. Under hit that one by some distance. Still got a pot to the left corner, but the cue ball going into those reds. May be able to play the cannon to them and stay on the black, and maybe the pink if it goes to the right centre. Well, just a screw away from them, and that's pretty good. Looks like he can hold for the two reds. Oh, is it a little bit thick? Trying to hold for the two reds to the centre. And that's a mistake. Thinking more about position than the pot.
Because of the health problems we told you about earlier in the frame, Carter hasn't played a lot on the Euro Tour. In fact, he's only played in one event so far, the Bluebell Wood Open, which was in Doncaster last week.
9.
But in the major ranking events, not too bad. Last 16 of the Wuxi Classic, beaten 5-4 by David Morris, who of course here, yesterday, overcame Judd Trump. And with regards to the forthcoming ranking events, he's qualified for both of them, the Shanghai Masters and the Indian Open. And so the health's okay. Let's hope the snooker gets back into sync as well.
$17.
Yes, just looking to see if that red behind the pink will pot to the left corner. Hasn't got much of an angle on the blue, so if it doesn't pot, he'll need a good positional shot. Well, he didn't think it potted, but it does now. That's an excellent shot from Ali Carter. Still not straightforward though with those three reds there.
23.
But if he can leave a nice angle on the pink, he may be able to play the cannon to them. Didn't quite have the angle to play the cannon to the three reds, but played an excellent cannon to that single red.
29. $30.
Now, again, needs an angle on the pink. Had his chance. Mr. Simple Black. Well, that bottom red must go to the right corner.
36.
Well, he's wide back in the frame. This break most certainly wasn't on a plate. He's kept it going well. Now, though, a real test coming up.
Yes, if this red does pot, and it looks like it does, it releases the other two. Big shot. Nicely played. Just a little heavy. Problem he's got now is that there's no way to avoid that red behind the black. Another great pot, and look at the cue ball.
Well, if he goes on to win this frame at this visit, what a confidence boost.
Yeah, he's played so well so far. Needs to keep it going. That was a lovely positional shot. He played from pink to reds. Only just on it. In fact, I had to play it with a lot of side. So from one great positional shot to one not so great. Just the safety. And that was all because of a fraction of an inch. Didn't get on the red. But a good safety.
Yes, wasn't able to kill the frame off in one visit, but he's still very much in command of the frame. Tactical superiority here.
Foul. Miss. Allister 7.
Well, at least there's no free ball. Had it missed the black, it would definitely have been a free ball.
And now the referee, Micah Kessler. Her memory will be fully extended by this because, yes, she's doing the right thing. Pink did move as well.
Well, that's where it was. And that'll do. He hits it this time. Where's that cue ball going to finish? Well, a little unfortunate. This red is on to the corner. And one good pot. The frame should be his. 24 points in front, so just a red in any colour.
Well, the green is obviously the easiest pot, but if he pots that, he will still need the yellow. No sweat.
Yes, I said any colour. I was thinking he was going to be on the blue, but no sweat, as you're saying. And it's been a very good opening frame, this one. Ryan Day had his chance. Missed that easy black off the spot. Trying to hold for the Reds.
9.
Here's Day taking on water.
18.
And if Carter continues to play like this, Day could be sinking. On paper, doesn't look spectacular, but he's played a very good frame
First
indeed.
frame, Ali Carter.
52 break from nothing, the cornerstone of his success. Played a good snooker and cleared up from there. Carter will be delighted with that. It's the ideal start for him, a real confidence booster. And he leads Ryan Day by a frame to nil.
Terrific pot. Well, both players seem to be up for this game. What a great pot that was to get in with.
Seven. 8. 15.
That's a nice angle to either play the cannon to the red. Well, taking the other red.
16.
Now, again, decisions to make here. Does he go into them? Or play for that loose red just above the black? Well, he's bust them nicely. Is he on anything? Thin cut to the baulk corner. Black's tied up. Difficult to hold for the blue without playing it with a lot of left-hand side.
No, that seemed like a rather heavy contact, but it's got the desired result.
It's worked out well, hasn't it? Caught it a little thick. Hence the cue ball not reaching the baulk line.
Well, over the last 2 or 3 seasons, Day has found his fortunes dipping, and one of the major reasons for that, certainly in my opinion, his potting from distance isn't as sharp as it was maybe 3-4 seasons back.
Yes, well, he was a little way off that one. Didn't really have the confidence to play for the blue on his last shot, Ryan Day. Attempted to play safe at the same time, pulling back towards baulk, but it didn't work out. Nicely on the red. Is he? No, he's just a little hard. Most unfortunate. Played for the red closest to the right corner. Considering taking the plant, what a difficult shot. But he's played it well. Tremendous round of applause for that shot, deservedly so. Had to get it, could have lost the frame.
Well, in our second match here today, if you're just joining us, I can tell you Dave Gilbert surprisingly beat Ding Junhui 4-1. In that contest, Gilbert pulled off a wonderful plant with the reds well apart.
Yep. Real attacking snooker. I could go into them here. I'll play for that loose red.
By the way, if you're confused about the burst of applause that might be ringing out, well, it's a 10-table arena, this. Lots of snooker going on simultaneously to this. And big crowds watching quite a lot of the matches.
Well, that's a great split. He was undecided whether to go into them or play for the loose one.
34.
Turned out to be a good decision to go into them.
35.
The way he's playing, he must be extremely pleased.
Well, he looks to be playing with a lot of confidence, doesn't he?
Ali Carter against Ryan Day, first round of a Euro Tour event. That's a pretty cruel draw for both of them.
Yes, that's a really tough draw.
$43.
21 points in front, sorry Phil.
I was just going to say there's a massive disparity between who you can play early on in these tournaments an inexperienced amateur or a top 16 player. Just the luck of the draw. In the third Euro Tour event, which was played in Doncaster last week, one of the first round matches was Ding Junhui against Judd Trump.
Didn't quite get his desired position on the red. But he's back in prime position now. 34 points in front.
56.
So these two loose reds should be enough to win him this frame. Ryan Dare was in first again with that good long red. Opening red. Very knowledgeable crowd applauding frame ball.
71.
He's got something to think about there.
Carter, 71 and the second frame.
Well, that was a terrible kick. It deprived Carter of a chance to make his first century break of the season. But he wins the frame nevertheless, and he leads Ryan Day by 2 frames to 0. O'Neill needs snookers in frame 6, I can tell you, so it looks as though Tirapong Paiboon is going to prevail there. John Astley and Barry Hawkins both received first round walkovers today over Lee Spick and Jack Jones respectively. Gerard Green beat Jack Lazowski 4-3. Green led 3-0. Lazowski pulled back to force a decider, but couldn't quite complete the fight back, as Carter just dabs into the reds. Dominic Dale, he beat Switzerland's Alexander Ursenbacher 4-1. In a real battle between two cagey individuals. It's Joe Perry 3, Ken Doherty 3. Norway's Kurt Mafflin, also in a decider, right at the start of it, against the young amateur Stephen Hallworth. Alfie Burton leads Elliot Slesser 3-1. And he's 57-0 ahead in frame 5, so victory for Burden might not be too far away. Luca Bressel from Belgium, he's 2-1 up on Paul Davison after losing the first frame. A good match on paper between Michael White and Stephen Maguire. They've shared the opening 2 frames there, 1-1. And Scotland's Marcus Campbell leads Andrew Higginson from England 1-0. So you're right up to date, and very conveniently, the two players have decided not to pot a ball while I was giving you those scores. Good of them, I thought that.
Yeah, it's been some good safety though from both players.
Mirka Kessler there getting down the line of the shot, making sure she knows exactly how the balls lay, just in case there is a foul.
Yes, just caught it a little thick. And by coming over the left side of the table, that's made things very awkward for Ryan Day. Unless he can play the reds down just past the pink. Maybe the red next to the black. Don't know if he can get to that one. If not, then he's in a little bit of trouble. Needs thinking about. Has a red to the right centre, but real tricky red. He's taking it on. Oh, so close.
Something about Germany that agrees with Ali Carter. At the Tempodrome in Berlin last season, he won the German Masters title. His third world ranking event success after the Welsh Open in 2009 and the Shanghai Masters in 2010. And these days, if you have 3 ranking titles on your resume, Joe, boy, can you play.
Absolutely. And 2 world finals. Long red for Ryan Day. No guarantee of position. Had to play it with a lot of right hand side on the cue ball to avoid the reds, and that made the pot more difficult. He'll be disappointed with that one. Fully expected to get that straight red. So Ryan Day straight back at the table with a chance.
Yes, the Carter miss didn't seem to be the cleanest of contacts either, and I think that frustrated him even more.
Well, he's got the angle on the brown to go into that cluster of reds, try and release the pink. Oh, he's pushed it to the side cushion and he's fell in behind a red. Very unfortunate. And you do need a little bit of luck when you're going into the clusters. He didn't get it on that occasion. Good safety though. And that's what you've got to try and do when things don't go as well as you expect them to. Concentrate on the safety. Try and put your opponent in trouble. And that's a good safety. The pink making things awkward. Managed to just miss it, and he'll settle for that. Always seems to be a big ball, the blue. So many players seem to find it.
You know, in the late 70s, early 80s, the start of BBC snooker was always John Spencer breaking off, and sticks in my mind very clearly. Off the reds he came, went straight into the blue, and they kept it in.
Yes, and you always seem to find the blue when you're 2-0 down or you're behind in a match. This game's gone a little scrappy. The black tied up, pink tied up. Well, there's the black free, and that was a handy little nudge on the red. A raise of the hand, and that'll make Allister feel a lot better.
Yes, it's a convention, isn't it, to say sorry for a little bit of luck here and there. But really, you're not really sorry, are you?
I think the only thing he's sorry about is it hasn't finished behind the blue.
I've told this story before. The only player I've ever seen who shows his true feelings when he had a fluke was a South African called Robbie Grace, who used to laugh his head off.
I think that's what everybody feels like doing, Phil.
Yes, there was no pretense with Robbie.
Can he creep this cue ball in behind the yellow and blue? Not quite thick enough on the red.
The applause you might have heard. Kurt Mafflin from Norway has beaten Stephen Hallworth 4-3. The young amateur gave a good account of himself, but in the end Mafflin came through. And one more result to give you. Alfie Burden beats Elliot Slesser 4-1.
Another very good safety shot from Allister. You can see reds, but doesn't appear to be a way back to balk. But he's found one.
And as this safety exchange continues, it gives me the chance to give you another result. A very popular man, Ken Doherty, the 1997 world champion, has beaten Joe Perry 4-3.
That's a good win, that, for Ken Doherty.
Day right to be circumspect, especially given Carter's scoring power in the first two frames. He knows his opponent is more than capable of taking advantage if an opportunity is given. Mind you, the balls here have run very awkwardly.
Well, again, as Phil said earlier, the long potting not quite as good as it used to be for Ryan Day. It was a very difficult pot. And full marks to him for taking it on. But those are the kind of shots where you've got to rattle the red down this end of the table at least. Keeping it down this end of the table. He's a little fortunate not to have left that red on. Well, he'll settle for that one. That was an excellent shot to leave the cue ball dead on the cushion as well.
It's a messy table. Carter trying his best to free the black, and he has done, but the weight of the safety shot not fit for purpose.
And another half chance for Ryan Day. Well, he managed to pull the cue ball away from danger, but a thin cut to the right corner for Ali Carter. Got to avoid that red in the middle of the table. Oh, well, that's so unfortunate.
Ryan Day 4.
Could have gone anywhere, the cue ball, when it cannoned into the red. Chose to go into the middle. Great pot, but most unfortunate.
And we've seen it time and time again, Joe, that shots of that nature can turn matches.
Absolutely, it can do your head in, as they say. Especially if you get punished for it, but it isn't a good table, this. But who knows, a couple of shots it could be.
One. Eight.
Well, that's worked out well, but he hasn't developed the red. He's been a little unfortunate again. Although you could say he's been fortunate to finish so well on the black.
Yes, and indeed to be at the table in the first place.
Yes, because of course that unlucky enough that Ali Carter played last visit to the table. But Ali Carter is back at the table.
Yes, I think from Day's reaction there, he detected a kick, didn't like the contact. Carter immediately called for the cue ball to be cleaned, and that tells us it was a kick.
So things just not going Ryan Day's way at the moment. And these are short matches. Well, that's opened things up. Now, does he take the green on or drop him behind the blue using the brown? All choices. He's looked at the safety, he's looked at the pot. Looks like it's the safety.
Brown ball.
Keeping the pressure well and truly on Ryan Day. Didn't want to take the green on and miss it and leave an easy chance for Day.
Well, Joe, whatever he played, it wasn't that.
No, not sure what he played really. I think he was attempting to hit it a little thin and get the cue ball back to baulk, but well, very risky. Yes, he was trying to miss the black. Maybe he can bring the black back down the table, leave the cue ball in behind the blue again.
Black ball.
Very close, but no cigar.
Always found that amazing, you know, certain members of the audience, oohed and ahhed, genuinely thinking you tried to pot the black there.
Yeah, I don't think so. This has got to be close. Fine shot from Ryan Day. There was just a touch sticking out, and where's that red going to finish? And he's on the yellow.
I think all snooker players have selective memory when it comes to the luck they've received, good or bad. Carter's no different. He had a terrible slice of luck earlier in the frame when potted a good red and went in off. There, though, the fluke could yield plenty. But I think he's too straight on the red he wanted to be on.
Yeah, he just didn't get close enough to the reds, did he?
4.
Needs a good kiss. Well, he's got choices again. Tough black to the centre, or the easy snooker.
On card 4.
I think that qualifies as wise, Joe.
Well, it's staying in control, isn't it? Doesn't want to leave Ryan Day any easy chances. Well, this red is potable, but how do you get to a colour? Extremely thin cut to the left corner. He's got it. And this time he is on the black or the brown.
Ryan Day entitled to have genuine cause for concern, not just with the scoreline, but the way the card is playing.
Yes, he's certainly playing attacking snooker. Well, I detected a little kick there as well. And that took the pace out of the cue ball and the direction of the black.
On card 1.
Well, again, that was a careless positional shot onto the two reds here. Looks like he's going to have to use the rest, and that just makes things a little bit more difficult. And when your confidence isn't sky high, it can make a difference.
Ryan Day 8.
Well, he's come too far for the black. Wanted to have an angle on the black to disturb the reds. Well, that was a good effort. Is he on it? I think he is. Lots of topspin on the cue ball. Well, maybe he's not. Well, he's been very fortunate there, I can tell you, if he's covered this red. Can he see enough of it to pot it?
One of those horrible shots where you can't place the bridge comfortably.
Yeah, but can he see enough of the red? No, don't think he could. And he hasn't played the safety that well. Good pot. And it looks like just another snooker.
Yeah, it's all bits and pieces for Carter at the moment, but he's getting back into the frame. If you're just joining the match, Carter made breaks of 52 and 71 to take a 2-0 lead. Two fluent frames. This one, I think because of the position of the Reds, there's been a much more staccato affair.
Well, he's hit the red, but he's the wrong side of it. And if any of you don't know what staccato means, it's nothing to do with women's high heels. Well, he's the completely wrong side of the black here. I'm trying to work out an angle to disturb the reds, and it's very difficult. Middle pocket's in the way. Yeah, what a great attempt. He took the risk on the middle pocket. Got so close to the reds and affords himself a little smile.
Almost one of the best positional shots you're ever likely to see. And no damage done there in terms of leaving a red on, although the safety initiative should be with Day after that.
Yes, 11 points in front. Well, the yellow and green, big target. Oh, and a terrific safety shot, that one from Ali Carter. He's played some super safety. Well, they both have. Now, if he plays this one slow and he gets it wrong, he leaves the red on just to the right of the black. If he plays it hard, he just trusts the luck. Hasn't worked out. Good chance now this for Ali Carter. Wouldn't need the difficult pink.
Yes, the crowd began to clap and then realised the implications of where the red was going and stopped. If it does go 3-0, Joe, can't see any way back for Day, although I will say one thing. He holds the distinction of being the only player to have beaten Steve Davis 5-4 from 4-0 down in a best-of-9 frame match.
So it can happen. Highly unlikely, as you say, but it can happen. And I suppose that's the good thing about snooker, is that it's never over until that last frame.
Well, we saw a number of comebacks yesterday from players being very close to defeat. Mark Selby and Stuart Bingham come to mind. By the way Carter's playing, if he does go 3-0 ahead, I think he's steaming towards a place in the last 64.
Yes, and it was down to that excellent safety where he got the snooker in behind the yellow. Now, nothing for being short on the brown here. He's got to get this cue ball far enough down the table to be able to pot the brown to get to the blue. And made sure. Oh, just crept in, but that's all it needed to do. Held it well for the blue. Two snookers required.
Carter, 30 in frame number 3.
Day doesn't bother trying to get the snookers. The end game of Ali Carter again coming up trumps. In each of the frames we've had, Ryan Day has been in first, but he's not been able to capitalise. Ryan Day, he's 3-0 down to Ali Carter, and Carter so far I think has played some very nice snooker indeed, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if 3-0 became 4-0. And talking of scores, let me give you the very latest results. Mark Joyce beat Fergal O'Brien 4-3 in what turned out to be quite a marathon. Thanawata Tirapong Boone did beat Jamie O'Neill 4-2 as we suspected. Latest scores, Luca Bressel 3-1 up on Paul Davison. Michael White 2-1 up on Stephen Maguire. It's 2-1 Marcus Campbell over Andrew Higginson. Sam Baird has taken the first frame from Lu Chuang. Actually, it's just gone one each now there. The winner of this match will play either Ian Burns or Charlie Walters. Early days in frame 1 of that match. Ben Wollaston leads Chow Yupeng 1-0 and looks like going 2-0 ahead. And here we're going to have a re-rack. Can't really blame them, Joe.
No, there was a time when they'd have messed about for 20 minutes and then had a re-rack, but both players are green, so not wasting any time at all. Both players want to get on with it, don't they? Get in amongst the balls, make big breaks. Especially the guy that's winning 3-0.
Frame number 4, Ali Carter.
And so just finishing off those latest scores, I can tell you James Cahill has taken a 1-0 lead over the reigning World Seniors champion Nigel Bond. And John Higgins, he's 1-0 down to Mark King, who made a 60-plus break in the opening frame.
Well, it was worth a go as long as he kept that cue ball below the black. But he's lost the cue ball and he's left an easy red, an easy starter for Alicata. And he may not get another shot the way that Alicata's playing. The red just above the black. If he could land on that one in such a way as to play the cannon to the other red, release the black, that could really open things up. He's got the angle on the blue to play for it this time round. Needs to finish high on this red. I think he's done that. Absolutely perfect. Now he could decide to go into them if he can see enough of this black. Or he could play for that loose red. Well, he split them beautifully. But can he see the red?
20.
Well, he can't see the one to the right corner. He can see the difficult one to the left middle. Fraught with danger though. Right up in the baulk area. That's a tough pot. Hardly any pocket there. Has to be so accurate. Well played. And what a great chance now. With the reds open.
Because he's not played a great deal on Euro Tour so far this season, he's 80th in the order of merit. Now, we talk a lot about this. The PTC Grand Final is a very lucrative affair. It's the top 24 qualifiers from the Euro Tour, which consists of 8 tournaments. This is the 4th of them. And the top 8 qualifiers from the Asian Tour. Again, that's a 4-tournament deal. And so Carter needs to get some points on the board, and the way he's playing, significant points could be yielded right here in Germany.
Yes, and the tournament that Phil's talking about there carries £125,000 prize money, first prize. So everybody wants to get into it.
Three.
And it doesn't matter your status within the game, there's no guarantees you are going to qualify. Sean Murphy won the first PTC Grand Final, but he didn't make the next 2.
40.
Surely he should have been back as defending champion, Phil.
There's no clause for that. I heard David Hendon saying this morning, making a very good point, that the PTC Grand Final is the only event in snooker where the defending champion isn't guaranteed to go back the following year.
Proved by Sean Murphy. Now, he could play a little cannon here, not to the red directly above the black, but the one above that one to the left. And that would leave him on choice of reds, but it's a delicate shot to play. He could also play for the open red to the right of the pink. Go into them. There's quite a few shots he could play. Chose to play for this one just at the back of the pack there, but has he got the angle to run through for the black? Using the red, he has. as he left himself hampered. 49 points in front. He's approaching the winning line, but this is a tough pot. Well, he could just get to it and cue it, and again a very good positional pot.
6. 7.
And he's going to take some beating in this frame of mind, Ali Carter. He's played excellent today so far.
Surprisingly, hasn't made a century break yet this season in professional competition. I think he could remedy that right here and finish off with a flourish.
I think you're right, Phil. But he was thinking about winning this frame of match.
65.
And this pink will put paid to that. Generous round of applause from the audience for frame and match ball.
71. It's gone. Okay.
Well, we had a mouse in the arena yesterday. I think that was just a plain old insect.
72.
And now it's plain old sailing.
$79. 80.
He's made 164 centuries.
Seven. 88.
And this could possibly be the highest break of the tournament so far. Largest break seen here in Firth this year so far is Thepchara Nu, 126.
93.
That was the ties highlight earlier this morning when he beat Neil Robertson 4-0. Another story there, of course, is that Robertson turned up late and was docked the opening frame.
Well, there's the 100. Could have finished better on this red, though.
That's a pity, but a really comprehensive performance from Ali Carter. It wasn't Ryan's day. Ali Carter completes a 4-0 whitewash in very impressive fashion. Breaks of 52, 71 and 100 to finish.